Okay, now we're ready, and we are on the record for Thursday afternoon's criminal docket, November 4th, 2021. I'll start with quick announcements. Did we lose Mr. Alvarez? Mr. Alvarez, did you still have a quick announcement? Okay, we lost him. All right, Attorney Andre Maldonado.
Good afternoon, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, sir. What number on the court's docket?
I'm not exactly sure what number, Judge. I apologize. It's State versus Jorge Ortiz. It's one of these, I can't find my client announcements, Judge. He set for arraignment. We sent a certified letter to his address on file yesterday. We're hoping to get in contact with him through those means.
Okay, that's number 32 on the court's docket, CR 20-05107-I. Do we still have room on the December 9th arraignment docket? Okay. No.
December the 2nd, Judge.
Okay, let's try December 2nd. Is that 1:30?
Yes.
At 1:30.
Will do, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you. May I be excused?
Yes, you may.
Have a good day.
Thank you. Mr. Alvarez, were you able to reconnect?
Yes, Your Honor, but I don't have a quick announcement.
Okay. Mr. Aleman?
Yes, good afternoon, Your Honor. I have number 22 on the court's docket.
Okay. CR 20-05129-I, State of Texas versus Destiny. Guevara, that's Guevara. And what is your announcement, Counselor?
Your Honor, we are actually set for arraignment. I did file a waiver arraignment this morning with my client executing that, and she's also pending a felony. So I was hoping to see if we could get a reset down the line.
Okay, do we show that the waiver was accepted? Someone from my staff?
It hasn't, Judge, but I know that it's back.
Okay, the waiver hasn't been accepted yet. However, the clerk's office has been a little overwhelmed with waivers right now. So I'm gonna go ahead and we'll accept it, and I'll go ahead and account it as being filed for today. So she has a pending felony at intake?
That's correct, Judge.
Okay. Let's come back for a status hearing on February the 1st at 9:30.
Thank
Okay.
you, Judge. May I be excused, Judge?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Have a great day.
Likewise. Mr. Garcia?
Number 12 and 13 on your docket, Your Honor, and number 31 as well.
Okay, I have number 12 and 13 as the waivers being accepted.
They were submitted, Your Honor, and the ADA have sent me the offers. I just need a bit of time to get all the paperwork.
Okay, and that's on Alex Fuentes, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and he has number 12 and 13?
Yes, that's him. Alex Fuentes is 12 and number 13, CR 21-05029I and CR 21-05028I.
Okay, and how much time are you requesting?
If the court's setting up for the 9th, I can do it that day, Your Honor. Or the 2nd, I'm sorry.
I want 1/3 for a plea?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, it would probably work better November 30th at 1:30. You think that's enough time for you?
November 30th, let me make sure, Your Honor. Yes, that's fine.
Okay, November 30th at 1:30. Okay, and what other case did you have?
Number 31, State of Texas versus Ismael Moreno, CR 21-05385I.
And what is your announcement?
And same thing, Your Honor. If the 30th, it's for a plea.
Okay, but as far as, did you file a waiver of arraignment on this one?
Yes, I did, Your Honor.
Okay.
Judge, if I may, for those, can I request a no harmful contact? I'm not sure if that's part of the waiver of arraignment, but on all assault cases or violations of protective orders, we do, want to request that as a condition of bond.
Okay. So the court's going to grant the state's request, and he is ordered to stay away from the victim. and he'll return on November 30th at 1:30.
Judge, actually, we would request no harmful contact. I'm not sure if the defendant and the victim are in a relationship. So no harmful contact would suffice.
Okay. That'll be granted.
Thank you,
Okay,
Judge.
I'm sorry.
I said thank you, Judge.
No, I'm sorry. Mr. Damian is saying something. Sorry. Okay, we got it. All right, Mr. Garcia, anything else?
No, that's it, Your Honor. May I be excused or may we be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ms. Morales Martinez?
Yes, Your
Thank you.
Honor. I have one of those arraignments with you this afternoon. I understand you're going to take them all together. May I have permission to go to the 275th to do another arraignment over there?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'll be right back, there, Judge. Thank
Your Honor,
you.
if I may, Francisco Prado Jr. here. I don't know if Ms. Martinez is on the same case. April Lopez Jr., number 25, 26, and 27. I was appointed on number 27 on that case. He's got I believe is it a resisting that I represented? I got appointed on that one. She's appointed on the other two. I can handle the arraignments if it need be.
Yes, Judge, that is my client, and he is present. I saw him.
And
There he
he's
is.
got 2 pending felonies, though. He's also got 2 pending felonies.
Yes.
Okay, well, it's, if Ms. Morales Martinez doesn't mind, if she doesn't make it back in time for whatever reason, do you have an objection of Mr. Prado stepping in for you on those 2 cases?
No, Your Honor. No, I don't, and I thank Mr. Prado for doing that if he can. But
Okay,
I'll try and come back and check in and see what's going on, Judge.
no problem. We'll be here.
Thank you.
Thank you,
Judge.
Judge.
Okay, Mr. Ramirez, Dennis Ramirez.
Yes, Judge. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. What number?
Your Honor, this is going to be on number 42 and 43.
Okay, CR 21-08-409-I and CR 21-08-410-I. State of Texas versus Ashley Marie Vargas.
Yes, Judge. I have not been able to get a hold of my client. I'd asked the court for, this is the actual first arraignment court that I present myself at. I'd asked the court to allow me some additional time to get a hold of her, Judge.
Okay. Is there still room on December 2nd at 1:30? Okay, let's try for December 2nd at 1:30.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, anything else?
That's it. May I be excused, Judge?
You certainly may.
Have a good day.
Likewise. Okay, Mr. Rodriguez?
Good morning, good afternoon, Judge. I've got number 15 on your criminal docket. State of Texas, Albiu Garcia.
CR 20-00641-I. Yes, sir.
Judge, I haven't had any contact with Mr. Garcia, we've already sent out means of contact. We actually went to his last known address, just asking for more time to track him down.
Okay, December 2nd at 1:30.
Not a problem, Judge.
Okay, thank you, sir. Okay, Mr. Esquivel?
Good afternoon, Judge.
Good afternoon, sir.
Judge, this is an individual that I have not had contact with. He is set for arraignment. I could not locate any bond information on him.
Do you know what number he is on the court's docket, sir?
He's number 4 on the docket, Judge.
Okay, CR 21-08462-I, State of Texas versus Jose Alvarado. Okay,
I don't see him on the screen, Judge.
okay, well, see if you can contact him between now and the next setting. We'll go ahead and reset his arraignment for December 2nd at 1:30.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. Have you excused?
Yes, sir. Have a good day.
Have a good day.
Okay, Mr. Capello? You're on mute, Mr. Capello.
Judge, I'm sorry about that. I have number 9 on the court's criminal docket. Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon. Sorry about
CR
that.
21-05418-I, State of Texas versus Melissa De Leon. Okay, and what's your announcement?
Your Honor, our announcement is the only address that I found for her since she bonded out on a PR bond was 606 61st Street in Brighton, Florida, 34221. We did send her a letter October 14th, 2021 that I was her attorney. and that she needed to contact me way in advance of today's hearing, and I have not heard anything from her, Judge.
Okay. I'll give you an opportunity to see if you can contact her between now and December 2nd at 1:30 for the next setting for her. We'll
Yes.
reset her arraignment at that time, and if not, we'll see what we do.
Thank you, Judge Olivas. I certainly do appreciate it. I have no
Okay.
further business before this honorable court. May I be excused?
Sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you. Ms. Monsiváis?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Number 57 and 58.
Okay.
I've not had any contact with my client since we had a hearing in County Court 8. She was advised that she needed to get the drug patch, and she failed to attend that appointment and has absconded since then.
Okay, Ms. Soto, have you had any contact with Jacqueline Rene Herrera?
Judge, according to AIP, the last time they had contact with her was back on December the 15th of 2020. They went to her home or her address on August 16th of 2021, and they were advised that she no longer lived at that address.
Okay, we'll go ahead and wait to the end of the docket, but we'll issue an ISI for her.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, Ms. Arista?
Yes, Your Honor. Number 11 on the court's docket.
CR 20-00875-I, State of Texas versus Sylvia De Leon. Okay.
Yes, ma'am. My client suffers from dementia, Judge, but I did take about half an hour to explain to her the waiver. She understands the charges against her and she understood the waiver. So I did file the waiver of arraignment, Judge.
Okay. Then we'll go ahead and set you for a status hearing on February the 1st at 9:30. And if you need an earlier setting, let us know.
I will, Judge. Thank you very much. May we be excused, Your Honor?
You certainly may. Mr. Mesa?
Good afternoon, Judge. I have number 28, Your Honor, on the court's docket for this afternoon.
Okay. That's CR 21-08733-I, State of Texas versus Sebastian Marichalar.
Your Honor, in this case, he should be on, Your Honor. He should be on as Sebastian Marichalar. The state extended, or they have a recommendation. He accepts the recommendation, but he needs a little bit of time to be able to complete, I believe it's a defensive driving course, Your Honor. So that would be the announcement on this case, Judge.
Okay, are you submitting a waiver of arraignment on his behalf?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, then it'll be February the 1st at 9:30. But if you get it worked out between now and then, let me know, and then we'll go ahead and set him on the plea docket.
Yes, Your Honor. Is that 9:30 in the morning, Your Honor?
Right now, I'm gonna set him at 9:30 until you know for sure that he's gonna accept it. And
Yes.
then let us know, and we can give you an earlier setting on the plea docket.
Very well, Judge.
Okay, but I'm gonna leave that waiver pending at this time, okay?
Yes, Judge.
All right. Okay, thank you.
That's all I have. Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Osuna?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. State of Texas, I have number 61. It's State of Texas versus Saul Alejandro Torres. That's CR 20-01-888-I. Mr. Torres is present in person, Your Honor.
Yes, and he's one of the violations, correct?
Oh, no, Your Honor. I think he had some issues with conduct at the last setting, but he's a marijuana.
Oh, he's
a marijuana
that
guy.
one. Yeah, there we go.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he's gonna be for a status hearing, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, let me go ahead and have him see if he's out there and bring him in.
Yes, Your Honor.
Abel Lopez Jr., you can turn your camera off until it's your turn because you're not acting appropriately on the camera. You can't be lying down on the table or falling asleep. So until it's your turn, you can turn it on. Mr. Torres, go ahead and sit in front of the camera. I'm gonna call CR 2001-888-I. Mr. Torres, I asked for you to be in person because the last time that you were on Zoom, you could not act accordingly. So obviously you didn't know how to act in a virtual courtroom, so I had to bring you into a real courtroom. And go ahead, Mr. Osuna, what is your announcement?
The state has offered us PTDPOM. I've consulted with Mr. Torres. He's inclined to take it. We actually already have the paperwork in hand. I did instruct Mr. Torres to come up to my office after he's done with court today. So we can be as ready as early as Tuesday or whenever it's convenient for the court.
Okay, do we still have room on the afternoon docket? Okay, then it'll be November 9th at 1:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay,
And then I have one more, if that's okay, Your Honor.
yes, Mr. Torres, you're excused. Go upstairs to your attorney's office. It's, mhm. Okay, which other case?
Your Honor, we have number 50, State of Texas versus Jesus Vargas, CR 20-11682I. We had intended on pleading them out today, but I just noticed that the state informed me that I failed to sign the acknowledgement of discovery form. So I'm humbly asking for either the Tuesday setting or whenever it's most convenient to the court.
Okay. You overlooked it. You didn't fail to sign it. You just overlooked it. Okay. All right, that's fine. Then we'll do it on November the 9th at 1:30.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, anything else?
No, Your Honor. Thank you. I'll stand by for the arraignment docket, Your Honor.
Okay.
And the plea docket.
All right, Ms. Garza?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. I have number 53 and 54 on your docket. I have been in contact with my client. I just have not been able to contact her prior to this hearing or this status. And so I'm asking for a very quick reset, maybe a week, so that I can connect with her and provide the court a status on where she is on getting her driver's license.
Okay, so I believe you had some problems contacting her in the past though, right?
Yes, and it was because, or it was represented to me that it was because of her schedule, her class schedule, which is why the court accommodated us with an afternoon setting on a Thursday.
Mhm. Okay, then it would be the 9th or the 11th. Oh no, the 11th, we're not here, that's right. It would have to be the 9th at 1:30 or the 16th at 1:30.
Let's do the 9th, Your Honor.
Okay, so it'll be November 9th at 1:30.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we'll see you then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you. Mr. Alvarez?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
We have 33 and 34 in the docket. Jose Guadalupe Rodriguez, CR 21-11-586-I for an arraignment.
Okay, so you're here on the arraignment?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, I'm gonna take those up. Give me one more minute. Okay, Mr. Reyes, you have a quick announcement? Attorney Rene Reyes? Mr. Reyes, you're still on mute. I think at the bottom, if you're on your phone, oh, you can't hear. Raise the volume. Let me see who is on. Can you hear me at all, Mr. Reyes? Oh, I guess not. Okay. All right. Okay, so it looks like we're done with the quick announcements until Mr. Reyes gets back. So I need for you to please listen to me very carefully. We're going to go over the defendants and to see who's present and ready for an arraignment at this time. So I need for you to unmute yourselves to announce yourselves. And Ms. Castañeda, we do have several Spanish speakers. Can you please translate that, please.
Por favor, pongan atención, prendan sus micrófonos. Vamos a comenzar con la lista.
Okay. Adan Adriano, are you present? Adan Adriano.
Present, Your Honor.
Thank you. Okay, Maricruz Aleman. Maricruz Aleman.
Present, Your Honor.
Okay, and is Rebecca Villanueva present, the attorney?
Yes.
Ms.
Yes, Judge, I'm present.
Okay, and how about Attorney Veronica Sepulveda Martinez?
Your Honor, I'm present.
Okay. And then Tomas Arispe. Tomas Arispe.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, and Mr. Jalili, are you present? Anthony Jalili. I thought I saw him come on. Okay, Mr. Arispe, if you want to contact your attorney, because I can't arraign you unless he's present.
Okay, perfect. Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Valeria Arriaga. Valeria Arriaga. Valeria Arriaga.
Afternoon, Judge. Lauro Trejo standing in for Robert Puente, representing Valeria Arriaga.
Okay, Ms. Arriaga is not responding.
Judge, if we can get a reset, Mr. Puente was just released from the hospital, so if he could have some more time to contact Ms. Arriaga.
December 2nd at 1:30.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, sir. Okay, Andres de la Cerda. Andres de la Cerda. Isaac Gamboa. Isaac Gamboa.
Edelmiro Redondo, Judge, present for Mr. Angel de la Serra. He's present here in my office, Judge.
Okay. Did you file your notice of appearance and motion for substitution of counsel?
We did, Judge, we did.
Okay, Isaac Gamboa. Isaac Gamboa.
Present.
Okay. And Attorney Jonathan Munoz.
Present, Your Honor.
Okay. Tomás Garcia. Tomás Garcia. Anyone here from Rubio Salinas or Patrick Kennedy's office?
I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, your client, Tomás Garcia, have you had contact with him?
Yeah, we spoke to him around 1:30. He was calling for the Zoom information.
Okay, I don't have, do you want to take a look at the screens and see if he's present?
Sure, let me scroll through.
Okay, I'm gonna keep going. Pablo Gonzalez?
Okay.
Pablo Gonzalez? Attorney Daniel Reyes? Jose Luis Gonzalez?
Presente.
Okay, and Hector Bustos, Attorney Hector Bustos? Okay. Did we give him a date? Okay, I'll go. Okay, I'm gonna call CR 21-05673-I, State of Texas versus Jose Luis Gonzalez. Ms. Castañeda, let him know that his attorney filed his waiver of arraignment and it'll be accepted by the court, and he's to return on February the 1st at 9:30.
Judge Patrick Kennedy here. I found my client.
Okay, hold on, let me finish with this announcement.
Oh,
Ms.
yes. I'm sorry.
Castañeda?
Yes, ma'am. Mr. González, su abogado metió los papeles para pedir su próxima corte, que va a ser el día 1 de agosto, 1 de febrero a las 9:30 de la mañana.
Okay.
And let him know he's excused.
Y ya se puede retirar.
Muchísimas gracias.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Kennedy, your client, where is he?
Judge, he's got an orange collar and like a purple paisley shirt.
Oh, is he Spanish speaking or English speaking?
I think he's English speaking.
Tomás Garcia, can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, you need to speak up, either raise the volume on your phone because I can barely hear you, sir.
Yeah, I've been on here since 1:30.
Okay, just make sure you raise your volume because I can barely hear you. I'm counting you present, don't worry. I'm not issuing a warrant. Don't worry about it. Okay, just be on standby, all right? Okay, Pablo Gonzalez? Okay,
Did you call my kid?
one moment. What's your name? What's your name, Judge? We're barely going down the line to check and the defendants, okay?
I'm sorry, Judge. I'm sorry.
Don't get ahead of yourself, okay? Stephen Gonzalez, Stephen Gonzalez. Stephen Gonzalez?
Your Honor, this is Mr. Bernay for Stephen Gonzalez. He was gonna make an appearance via phone. I can give you his phone number just to make sure he's there. And I did speak to him a few minutes ago.
Are the last 3 digits 503?
Yes, correct.
Okay. He just needs to unmute. He's there, but he needs to unmute in order to participate.
Let me text him really quick.
Okay, Giovanni Guerra, Giovanni Guerra. Mr. Munoz, do you have Giovanni Guerra, your client, in your office?
No, ma'am. We did send him the Zoom information.
Do you happen to see him on any of the screens, sir? Because I don't have anybody by that name.
No, ma'am. Judge, can I be temporarily excused to see if I can get a hold of him?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Jose Ignacio Hernandez. Jose Ignacio Hernandez. Okay, and Mr. Abel Lopez is present.
Judge Carlos Garza for Mr. Hernandez.
Okay, your client, do you see him anywhere on the screen, sir? He has not responded.
He's in prison. I think if you'll note on your docket report, he filed an application for a bench warrant out of prison.
Okay.
So,
but he's being held at the Raymondville facility, right?
he's in, yes, ma'am, Raymondville State Jail.
Okay.
Now, we did receive an offer from the state for some probation. I would ask for time served.
Okay, we'll go ahead and do you want an opportunity to discuss it with your client and talk to the state?
Sure. If you could reset this for, I mean, he's not going to be getting out for a while. Let's say, well, at your convenience, Judge.
Yeah, well, I mean, I can hear him. I can hear him before the end of the year. I can hear, but he's in there for another 2 years, I believe.
Yes.
I mean, not that I'm gonna wait that long, right? But
correct.
Okay, let's see where with you all talking. Let's come back on December the 16th at 1:30.
December 16th.
At 1:30.
Very good. Your Honor, that's all I have. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Lopez is present, and so is his attorney. Okay. Gilberto Medina. Mr. Reyes, can you hear me now?
I'm back, Judge. My computer froze, so I see you loud and clear. Judge, my client was deported last year after he was released on bond. I talked to his wife yesterday, and he's still in Mexico. So that's where we are at.
Okay, so you don't have any communication with him because we have a lot of defendants that appear even from Mexico.
Right. And that's what I suggested to the wife. So maybe I can get a reset and I could put him on Zoom maybe a couple of weeks, Judge.
I'll put you on the next arraignment setting December 2nd at 1:30.
That would work, Judge. 2 cases.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Thank you.
Okay, Jose Guadalupe Rodriguez Perez. Jose Guadalupe Rodriguez Perez.
For the record, all of it is, Your Honor, on behalf of Mr. Jose Guadalupe Perez
Okay.
Rodriguez.
And do you see him present, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. He's not responding.
Well.
Oh, is he under Joe Perez?
What?
Oh, he's under Joe Perez. He's at your office, right? Okay, got it.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, just make sure that he's somewhere where he can unmute himself and answer the questions. Okay, sir. So then on CR 21-11586-I, will you be filing your notice of appearance?
We have, Your Honor.
Okay, and how about on his other case, the 21-1201-I? You would need to file a motion for substitution and the notice.
I think we did file a motion to substitute, Judge.
As soon as that's forwarded to my queue, we'll sign off on it.
Very good.
Okay, I'll take him up right now. Let me just finish with the roll call. Ashley Reyes.
Present, Your Honor.
Okay, turn the camera over. Yeah, you need to. You need to get out of bed, okay?
Oh, I'm sorry. It's because okay.
Yeah.
Do I go to a living room or?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Let's be honest, that's not proper.
I'm so sorry. I didn't know I had that.
Anyway, okay, get yourself in a proper setting, Ms. Reyes, and I'll take you up right now. Ms. Mariscal, you present?
Thank you.
Yes, I am, Your Honor.
Sorry, that was just too hard to resist. It's too hard.
Okay.
Ms. Mariscal, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, Your Honor.
Good. Okay, but I understood, didn't I sign your motion to withdraw in this case?
No, you did not. That's why I'm here, Your Honor.
Okay, so you were appointed?
I was appointed, yes.
Okay, I was wondering because I saw you on here, so, okay, well, I'll take you up then real quick. CR 21-09011-I, CR 21-09012-I, State of Texas versus Ashley Reyes. Okay, so was the order already filed on this one?
There is 2 orders pending for it, Your Honor. However, I know that the state had reached out to me and I did relay the information to the defendant. All they're wanting from her is an anger management and victim testimony. I believe the victim's with her today. So if Your Honor wants to take that up, I can be here to help her with that at least, so she has that out of the way.
Okay, and who is the alleged victim?
Melissa Cruz, Your Honor.
Okay, Ms. Reyes, is Melissa Cruz with you?
Yes, hi, that's it.
Okay, then if you would like to, Ms. Mariscal, I know that your responsibilities have changed now and congratulations on your new endeavor. But if you would like to assist her with that, that's up to you. I can take you up as soon as we're done with the arraignment.
Yes, Your Honor, I can wait and help her with that at least.
Okay, then we'll go ahead and do that right after. Okay, Felisa Rodriguez.
Good afternoon, Your Honor. Anya Vasquez appearing on behalf of Ms. Rodriguez. Judge, my office attempted to contact Ms. Rodriguez and they indicated they had hired Mr. Alvarez. I didn't see a motion to substitute, so I'm here present on her behalf.
Okay, Mr. Alvarez, had you been able to contact Ms. Rodriguez?
It's Mr. Rodriguez, Judge.
No, you also, Felisa Rodriguez, number 37 on the court docket, told her current attorney, did they mean Juan Alvarez or Al Alvarez?
No, Your Honor. The mother to my client indicated that they were hiring Mr. Alvarez, and I believe a call was placed from Mr. Alvarez's office to mine, asking that we not communicate with her, that they had been retained, but
okay, but
I'm sure Mr. Alvarez can speak to that.
Was it Al's office or Juan's office?
No, Your Honor, it was Al's. According to the names provided, it was Mr. Al Alvarez's office.
Okay. Mr. Alvarez, do you want to confirm with your staff? That's Felisa, F-E-L-I-Z-A, M. Rodriguez. It's cause number CR 21-08411-I.
We're checking, Judge.
Sure, may I instruct my client to mute herself? I think she accidentally unmuted herself.
Which one is she, Monica?
Monica Silva.
Okay, I got it.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you. All right, well, Ms. Vasquez, if your client indicated that, we'll get it straightened out, but either way, the court will allow you to withdraw from this case.
Thank you, Your Honor. May I be excused?
Yes, ma'am.
Have a good afternoon, Judge.
Thank you. Okay, Attorney Mauricio Martinez, your pleas ready on Belinda Ruiz. Is that correct?
Mine's not a plea, mine's an arraignment.
Oh, I had a green circle around it. Okay. All right, is Belinda Ruiz here?
She's on the screen, Judge.
Belinda Ruiz?
Present, Your Honor.
Okay. David Saldivar? David Saldivar?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and is Attorney Nora Martinez here?
Present, Your Honor.
Okay. Monica Silva, she's present. And Mr. Osuna, you'll be representing her?
Yes, Your Honor, please.
Gabriel Wall, is that your in-person, Mr. Ramos?
Presente.
Oh, that's your, and the, okay, he's on the screen. Okay. And he's Spanish. Nicolás Ibarra. Adrian Salinas.
Good morning, Your Honor. It's a jail case.
Okay. Is Mr. Salinas in custody, deputy?
Yes, Your Honor, he's here.
Okay. And Attorney Rudy Moreno.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Jose Daniel Gutierrez. Ivan Maldonado Lopez.
Here, Judge. I'm here.
Okay. And Mr. Munoz. Okay. I think Mr. Munoz went to another hearing, but as soon as he returns, we'll take you up. Okay, Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay. Ruben Velasco.
Yes, I'm present.
Okay, Mr. Osuna, are you here on that case?
Yes, Your Honor, this will be a plea.
Okay. And Mr. Kennedy, you're gonna give us status on Mr. Garcia's companion case? Mr. Kennedy?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, are you gonna be out, you're here also on the status for Mr. Garcia, correct?
That's correct, Your Honor.
All right. Okay, so Mr. Coronado is in person for violations, and we'll take him up. Is Edson Gonzalez here? Okay, he has not appeared. Mr. Lopez, Attorney Ted Lopez.
Yes, Judge. I just spoke to him. He was just requesting because he's working, so I'll let him know just to sign in right now, Your Honor.
No, he's supposed to be here in person. Remember, he didn't show up the last time. And so he has violations. So he's supposed to be here in person.
Judge, I guess I didn't understand that when that announcement was made. I thought he just had to appear because I know his violations were kind of maybe environmental or something like that, Judge. I did not, I guess I didn't either hear the in-person. I did not advise him of that, Judge.
Okay, he needs to be here on Tuesday at 1:30 in person.
Tuesday at 1:30? Yes, Your Honor.
November 9th, okay?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I will let him know. So
Okay.
at this time, he doesn't need to appear on Zoom?
No, because I want him in person.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Judge.
All right, did Yvette Salazar appear in person?
Yes, Your Honor, she is present. She's on the record, it's number 59 and 60.
Okay, but is she here in person?
Oh, Judge, I'm sorry. No, she's not here in person, Judge. She's lives in Dallas County. By the time contact was made with my office regarding her necessity to be present, Judge, I wasn't able to get a hold of her quickly enough for her to come down from Dallas, Judge.
Yes, her violations are serious. So November 16th at 1:30, that's plenty of time for her to find her way down here.
Your Honor, if I may, I've already been speaking with the DA's office on this. Can I set that for a plea on both cases? Set up for the plea docket, Judge. We should be able to.
November 16th at 1:30 is the plea docket, but at this time, I'm still going to need her in person, depending on what happens between now and then. I'll staff it with you and the state prior to that time, but at this time, she needs to make arrangements to do that in person. And she has so many violations, Mr. Bravo, I don't even know how she's gonna make it on that, on probation, if that's what's gonna be offered to her.
Your Honor, just very quickly, she has started a new job. The reason why she has so many violations is because she was unable to pay for the device. She's attending, I think, getting her master's up in Dallas, Judge. So a lot of her violations are due to her being unable to do it financially, Your Honor.
No, I remember, and I empathize with her, and she stated that she was already homeless and she lost her job when they found out that she had these pending cases from 2016 and 2019. I mean, I empathized with her. I remember very clearly. It's like I said the other day, I have a good memory about a lot of stuff, but especially these things. And so I do remember her because I do understand what she's going through. And I understand she has a job now, which is great, and I don't want her to lose it. But however, how do we come up with a way for her to face any of these consequences? Because some of those things and some of those violations didn't have to do with the pay. It was just not complying with the window times, not communicating with the probation. I mean, there's a lot of things that she was doing that didn't have anything to do with her monetary situation. So I understand that she's working. And for right now, I'm going to set her on the plea docket November 16th at 1:30. And for right now, she will have to make arrangements to be here in person. Unless something changes between now and then, when we staff the case, then we can discuss it at that time. But I'm going to need for you, the state, the probation officer, and myself, we will discuss it. But at this time, it's going to be in person, okay? Okay?
I've got a problem. I just want to make sure that she's aware of that. She is, I want to make sure that she's not having.
But I will staff it. We will staff it before then, and we'll notify you as to what time and a Zoom link. That'll be something that'll be set on a separate date. And so that we can all discuss it, because I do recall her situation, okay? All right, you all are excused. Okay, I think, Mr. Jalili, can you hear me now?
Yes, Your Honor, I do apologize. I was in the middle of another hearing.
Okay. All right, so then your client is present. All right, so if I called, is there anybody that I did not call out? Mr. Ortegon, who is your client? I don't recall calling a defendant's name out that had you as the attorney, sir.
No, Judge, I'm sorry, Judge. My secretary's been out for like almost 2 weeks. Abel Lopez Jr.
Okay, Mr. Lopez seems to have two other attorneys also representing him, so you'd be the third. So can somebody clarify for me who's on what cases, or do you recall, Mr. Ortegon?
I don't, Your Honor, and I'll take responsibility on all of them.
Well,
I don't know if the other ones are court appointed. I don't know.
Judge, this is
Usually-
Francisco Prado. I'm court appointed on number 27, the resistant arrest, which is his newest case, CR 21-08362I. And I know Ms. Nereida Morales Martinez got the two other cases, 25 and 26, as court appointed.
Does he have other companion cases?
He's got two felonies out of the one I'm appointed on, the arrest of 4/22/2021. He has two pending felonies there.
And are you on those felonies as well, Mr. Prado?
No, Judge, I'm not appointed to those. I'm sure those are in intake still, but no.
Judge, I'll take over all cases.
Well, were you appointed or were you?
No. They're retained and they're paying me. So you can put me as retained on all of them.
Oh, okay. Mr. Lopez, can you please, Abel Lopez, can you clarify for the court? So you hired Mr. Ortegon on the three cases?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then Ms. Morales Martinez and Mr. Prado, Mr. Ortegon has been retained on those three cases that you and Mr. Prado were appointed on.
And I apologize to the other attorneys, is that, my legal assistant had a death in the family. And so sorry for the inconvenience.
And I don't know if Ms. Nereda Morales Martinez is back on, but I'll let her know if she isn't on, but.
She's
on. She's on, I see her now, yes.
Okay.
Okay, well, Mr. Ortegon, I do need for you to file your notice of appearance and your substitutions, please.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So are you prepared for me to arraign him today, or will you be filing?
Yes.
the arraignment?
Now, if you can help me, Judge, by arraigning them today, that way they don't have to come to the office.
Okay, and
Judge,
Ms.
I have nothing further than Judge. May I be excused?
Yes.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Prado, did you have anything else? Okay. All right. Okay, so if I call, is there anybody that is present that did not have their name called out?
Your Honor, this is Liz DuBernay for number 19. My client is still having issues unmuting because his phone doesn't really work that well, and I wanted to ask you for permission if I could call him on his cell phone and put it on speaker here with you.
Well, what I can do is I'll give you an opportunity to file a waiver of arraignment. You have till December 2nd.
Okay, perfect.
Go ahead and do that.
December 2nd. Okay, I will do that as soon as possible, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you. May I be excused?
Yes.
And may my client be excused because he can't hear you?
Yes, he can be excused as well.
Thank you, Your Honor. Have a nice day.
Likewise. Okay, anybody else that did Giovanni Guerra come on? Giovanni Guerra. Okay, I see Miguel Garza raising your hand. Mr. Garza, go ahead and unmute yourself. Did you have a setting today, sir?
I believe so. Yes, ma'am. Someone was stepping in for Ms. Regina Richardson. They told me at 1:30.
Yes, Ms. Richardson's cases due to her medical condition have all been reset, sir.
Yeah, well, I was supposed to have court on Monday. It got reset for today. With no, I mean that's. Oh, okay.
Go ahead and contact them and get the new date. And I do remember you, Miguel, because every time we're on, you're always working. So
yes,
go ahead and contact their office, and we did give you new dates.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, it's when? Okay, yeah, go ahead and contact them, okay? All right, thank you. Okay, so anybody else? This is your last chance.
For arraignments?
Yes, the one as far as I called out everybody's name. If I didn't call out their name, I need for them to announce themselves. All right, okay. So I need for you to raise your right hand. And do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Adan Adriano, yes or no?
Yes.
Maricruz Aliman, yes or no?
Yes.
Tomás Arispe, yes or no?
Yes.
Andrés de la Cerda, yes or no?
Yes.
Isaac Gamboa, yes or no? Isaac Gamboa?
Yes.
Tomás Garcia, yes or no?
Yes.
Mr. Garcia, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Abel Lopez, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and Jose Guadalupe Rodriguez Perez, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Belinda Ruiz, yes or no? Belinda Ruiz, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Ashley Reyes, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
David Saldivar, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Monica Silva, yes or no? Monica Silva, yes or no? Ms. Silva, are you, she had been on mute.
Yeah, she's trying to talk. Unmute yourself, Ms. Hila, please. Press your screen and hit the microphone.
There.
Okay, yes or no, Ms. Silva?
Yes, ma'am.
Ms. Castañeda, please translate for Mr. Wall.
Señor Wall, jura que el testimonio que está a punto de dar es la verdad, toda la verdad y nada más que la verdad. ¿Sí o no?
Sí, señor. Sí, señor.
Okay, Ruben Velasco, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Leroy? Oh, he's a status, okay. All right. You may lower your hand. Okay, in cause number CR 21-08769-I, the state of Texas versus Adan Hernandez Adriano, is that your true and correct name, sir?
Yes, Your Honor, that's correct.
Sir, you're being charged with possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a class B misdemeanor. That carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment as I have explained it to you, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
That is no.
Yes or no, sir?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, and counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
In speaking with my client, I do find him competent to proceed.
Okay, then I'm entering a plea of not guilty on his behalf and finding that he is competent. And all right, so how much time are you requesting?
Your Honor, he does have a felony that's pending indictment. You know,
Okay.
have a couple of months.
February 1st at 9:30.
Thank you, Your Honor. That's all I have. May we be excused?
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Maricruz Aleman, CR 21-05161-I. Ma'am, is that your true and correct name?
That is correct, Your Honor.
All right, you're being charged with assault causing bodily injury on a family member. That's a class A misdemeanor. That carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of which you are charged, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
And counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find her to be mentally competent and able to assist you in her own defense?
Ms. Alaman is competent.
Okay, the court will find that Ms. Aleman is competent and able to assist you in her own defense and enter a plea of not guilty on her behalf. And the state, I believe, has an announcement on this.
Yes, Judge, state respectfully requests no harmful contact with victim Justine Dominguez as a condition of bond, Judge.
That'll be granted. Okay, and Ms. Villanueva, how much time are you requesting?
Judge, I guess a 30-day reset.
Okay, and what are we doing on it?
Well, I still need to discuss with my client. We need to go over discovery.
Okay, so have you received the discovery yet?
I have received discovery, Judge.
Okay. Have you received a recommendation yet?
I have received a recommendation.
And does the alleged victim want to proceed with the charge? You know,
I wouldn't know.
has the state been contacted by the alleged victim?
I tried contacting the victim yesterday, Judge, but the line was disconnected, so we are working on that.
Okay, so there's not a current phone number. Was this a stranger or somebody? I mean, I know it says family, but do they still talk or do you know?
I don't believe it was a family member, Judge.
I wouldn't remember.
Okay. One moment. When's the earliest?
They weren't related, Judge. I think they're just random people in a parking lot.
So it's because I'm real stacked between now and the end of the year, unless you all are gonna plea her out. What I'm gonna do, I'll just see her back here on February the 1st.
Okay, Judge.
At 9:30.
February 1st?
February 1st at 9:30. If you get it worked out before then, or you want to put on victim testimony or anything, let us know and we'll accommodate you.
Okay, thank you, Judge.
Okay, you're both excused.
Thank you.
In CR 20-04889-I, State of Texas versus Tomas Arispe. Mr. Arispe, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're being charged with theft of property of greater than $100, but less than $750. That's a Class B misdemeanor. And that carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment that you can receive, sir, for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Arispe, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No.
And Mr. Jalili, do you find that your client is mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Mr. Arispe is competent and able to assist, Your Honor.
Okay. Then the court will make a finding that Mr. Arispe is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, and enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf. How much time are you requesting?
I've been advised he's PTD eligible, Your Honor. I would request 45 days.
Okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna set you for February the 1st at 9:30. Let us know if everything's been done before then and he's ready for placement. We'll get him on sooner.
Will do, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you.
I have nothing further. May myself and my client be excused.
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Andres de la Cerda and CR 21-05358-I, is that your true and correct name, sir?
Yes.
And sir, you're being charged with assault causing bodily injury of a family member. That's a Class A misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes. Yes, ma'am.
Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
And Mr. Arredondo, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
I do, Judge.
The court will find Mr. de la Cerda is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, and enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf. And the state has an announcement on this matter.
Yes, Judge, a couple of announcements. Our first request would be that the state orders no harmful contact with victim, Jasmine Alvarado as a condition of bond. Also, previous defense counsel was noting that there was a deficient complaint. However, I noticed that the registry in the public Hidalgo County base has the wrong complaint, but Odyssey has all the correct documentation. So I think this will be a non-issue, since in the light of victim wishing to drop charges, the state has extended an ADR offer of an affidavit of non-prosecution with anger management by Mujeres Unidas and victim testimony for dismissal.
Okay, and Mr. Arredondo, do you have a response to that?
Yes, Judge. Actually, while we were waiting to be called, Judge, Mirna from the D's office called the alleged victim, Judge, in this case. We already have an appointment set for November the 10th, Judge. And we can just be rescheduled about two weeks, Judge, 3 weeks, so we can put the testimony on the record.
Sure, November
And
6th.
in lieu, Judge, and right now, Mujeres Unidas, they're taking months, Judge, to get our client, Judge, months. And she's wishing to drop all charges, Judge. She is present here in my office at this time. I'm not sure if in lieu of the Mujeres Unidas course, we can do an anger management course to satisfy the dismissal.
That's not gonna be on me. I understand the Mujeres Unidas course is taking a long time. I think we still have someone been there forever. I mean, I would encourage you all to reach out to the district attorney's office and see if there could be something offered in lieu of that.
I'll talk to Mr. Sosa, Judge. I'll call him after docket.
Okay, and also, I can go ahead and allow her the opportunity to go in on November the 10th. to sign it, and then we'll have y'all come back on November the 16th at 1:30.
For the testimony, Judge?
Yeah, I don't have any more room in the morning.
That works, Judge. That
Mito,
works.
he can do BIP. He can do BIP, Batterers Intervention Program. The reason we do Mujeres Unidas is, for a reason. I think there might have been blood. I don't really remember. I don't want to misstate, but we can talk about it. And we can
I'll
see
call you after docket as well, so we can discuss this case further.
Sounds good, Mito.
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
Thank you.
Judge, that's all I have. My big excuse, Judge.
Yes,
Thank you, Judge. Have a great day.
likewise. Okay, Mr. Gamboa, Isaac Gamboa, CR 20-05304-I, State of Texas versus Isaac Ivan Gamboa. Is that your true and correct name, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're being charged with racing on highway. That's a Class B misdemeanor. Class B misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to 2 months. I'm sorry, 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment for the offense of which you are charged, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Did you hear it? I know somebody coughed. You hear
Yes,
it?
Your Honor. I
Okay.
heard him.
All right. And sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
All right, Mr. Munoz, in speaking to your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
I do, Your Honor.
All right. Then the court will find that Mr. Gamboa is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense and further enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf. And how much time are you requesting, Mr. Munoz?
We just requested discovery, so let me see. Sorry, I wasn't hearing the majority of the other settings. I suppose 4 weeks, 4 to 6.
Okay. Well, what we'll do is I'm going to set him for February the 1st at 9:30. And if you need something sooner for a plea or some, let us know and we'll get him on sooner.
All right. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. And may we be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes, sir. CR 20-04640-I, State of Texas versus Tomas Garcia.
Yes, ma'am.
Is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And then you're being charged with possession of marijuana less than 2 ounces. That's a Class B misdemeanor. And that Class B misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to $2,000 fine upon conviction. You understand that range of punishment, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
Negative. No, ma'am.
Okay. Were you former military or what? Oh,
No, ma'am. I wasn't.
okay.
I was actually in boot camp, though.
What?
I was in boot camp.
Oh, okay.
Judge, I'm sorry. Are we on number 52? I thought
We're
this
number
was
16.
Okay, my apologies, Judge. I only have one Tomas Garcia, and I have him for a DWI second.
No, it's number 16. I'm arraigning him on his possession of marijuana.
I see
It's
him
the
now.
same, it's the
Thank
same
you.
guy.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you. My
Okay.
apologies.
So, Mr. Kennedy, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
I do.
Okay. Then I'm going to find that Mr. Garcia is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, and I'll enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf. All right, and then before we get a setting for that, we're gonna move on to get his status on the case that he has at the end of the docket. And I believe that's, I already lost it. Okay, number 2. And that is CR 19-12630-I. And so what are we doing on that, Mr. Kennedy?
Judge, I think this case is one that I don't think we've even heard it since the pandemic started, at least to my recollection. I just need some time to get caught up on it, and maybe if you can give me maybe a couple of weeks, I can have an update for the court.
Ms. Soto, do you have a report on Mr. Garcia?
Judge, I have no report on him, Judge.
You do?
I don't.
Oh, you don't. Mr. Garcia, do you have an alcohol monitoring device such as a mobile or an interlock?
No, ma'am.
Okay. The state, your announcement?
Sorry, Judge, I was on mute. Are we still on Garcia, Judge?
Number 52 on the court's docket. Yes, he said that he did not have an alcohol monitoring device.
Yes,
This is
Judge.
the DWI second, so I'm giving you an opportunity to respond.
My apologies. The state respectfully requests a mobile alcohol monitoring device.
Okay. The court is going to order that Mr. Garcia obtain a mobile alcohol monitoring device within 48 business hours. And I do need a phone number for you, Mr. Garcia.
956-369-1047.
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to have to see you back here in about 30 days to make sure that you did obtain your device. Do we still have room on the December 2nd at 9:30 or would it have to be at 1:30? 1:30? I'd rather do afternoon. So we don't need- All right, we're gonna do December 2nd at 1:30.
Okay.
And that's gonna be on both of them, just so that we keep them together, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
It sounds fine, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you, sir. Y'all have a good day.
You too, Judge.
Likewise.
All right. Mr. Munoz, I saw that you logged back in. Did your client make it in? Maybe not. Okay. Mr. Moreno, your client is Adrian Salinas, correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Salinas, are you English speaking or Spanish speaking? Okay.
English.
Mr. Salinas, on CR 205475-I, Adrian Kevin Salinas, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're being charged with theft of property of greater than $100, but less than $750. That's a Class B misdemeanor. The Class B misdemeanor carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment, sir?
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Salinas, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
And Ms. Moreno, do you find that your client is mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, the court will find that Mr. Salinas is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense, and enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf. So, Mr. Moreno, is this the only case that's holding? It can't be, because it's a PR. So is he there on a felony, or what else is he in there for?
I think he picked up another misdemeanor case also, Judge. Recently, I think as of the second, I think, or the first.
And the second Class A theft. Okay, so he picked up another Class A theft?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And do we have a cause number on that?
Not today, Your Honor.
I didn't take, okay. And what is what was the bond that was set on that?
I believe $3,000 cash.
Okay. So that's what's keeping him there?
Yes, Your Honor, because I believe he bonded out on the original charge.
Okay. So do you want to take it up, or you want to, what do you want?
Sure, Judge. I'll take it up, Judge. Yes, Judge, at this time, we're asking for a PR bond, Judge. It's a nonviolent offense. Although he was out on bond at one point, we're asking that court consider that based on the jail population, COVID numbers, everything else, Judge.
Okay, the state's response?
Judge, on Adrian Salinas, I see the notes saying that he has a PR bond for 2,000.
Yes, this is on his Class A theft that's at intake. It's been set on cash surety at 3,000.
No objection to that, Judge. We'll defer to the court.
Okay, I'm gonna set a PR bond on that Class A theft that he is currently in on, the amount of $2,000 as well. We'll submit the paperwork to see if we can get him out today.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
Thank you,
Anything
Judge.
else?
Judge, that's all I have.
Mr. Salinas, does your attorney have all your contact info as to when you get out?
I'm not sure.
Okay, can you give me a phone number that they would be able to reach you at?
It's 956-961-0070.
Okay, whenever you get out, the next day, as soon as you can, please contact Mr. Moreno's office and update him on all your information, okay?
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Okay, best of luck to you, Mr. Salinas. We'll see you back here on February the 1st at 9:30, Mr. Moreno. Unless you need something sooner, let us know and we'll accommodate you.
Thank you, Judge. That's all I have, Judge. May we excuse?
Yes, you both may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay, let me go back. Mr. Munoz, did you make it back on? Okay. Mr. Ortegon, you still there?
Judge. Yes, Judge.
Okay, Mr. Lopez. On CR 20-6635-I, CR 20-6636-I, CR 21-08362-I, State of Texas versus Abel Trevino Lopez Jr. Is that your true and correct name, sir?
Yeah. It's Abel Lopez Jr., not Trevino.
Okay. Was Trevino your mother's maiden name, maybe?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, you're being charged with possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 3. Also a possession of, and that's a Class A misdemeanor, possession of marijuana, less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor, resisting arrest, search, or transport, a Class A misdemeanor. And on your Class A misdemeanors, those carry a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. On your Class B misdemeanor, that carries up to a 6-month Hidalgo County jail time and a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive, sir, for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Sir, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
And Mr. Ortegon, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, then the court will make a finding that Mr. Lopez is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense and enter a plea of not guilty on each of those counts that he is being arraigned on today. And I'm gonna go ahead and set you, Mr. Ortegon. I'm very tight on my settings for the next 90 days, but I'll accommodate please. So I'm gonna set you for I'm gonna set you for February the 1st at 9:30. However, if you do come to an agreement with the state and need an earlier setting for a plea, let us know. We'll accommodate you on an afternoon docket.
Okay, Judge, our intentions is to seek for pretrial diversions.
If you're ready
these
for
cases.
payment, if you're ready for placement, by that time, let us know. It'll be the same thing. We'll accommodate you on an afternoon.
Who's the prosecutor in this court, Judge?
We have two. That would be ADA Eduardo Sosa and ADA Adrian Lozano.
Okay, I'll look for them.
Okay, they won't be.
Thank you, Judge. May I be excused?
Yes, you may be excused.
Thank you, Judge.
Hey, I've already made, I don't know how many witty comments. What's wrong with everybody? It's Thursday. Should be laughing at all my stuff.
Judge, am I excused also?
Yes, Mr. Lopez, you're excused. Okay, Mr. Alvarez, on your client's case, CR 21-11586-I, CR 21-1201-I, State of Texas versus Jose Guadalupe Rodriguez Perez. Mr. Perez, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
You're being charged with possession of marijuana less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor, and also a second charge of possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces, a Class B misdemeanor. And that carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Sir, do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
And Mr. Alvarez, do you find that your client is competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
I do, Your Honor.
Okay, the court will make a finding that he is competent, able to assist you in his own defense and enter a plea of not guilty on each of those charges. Mr. Perez, do you work?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and what is your schedule, work schedule?
It depends, but I mean, usually Monday through Saturday.
What
From
is it? What are you working on?
I install AC units, like commercial, resident.
Okay, sir. I'm gonna order you to obtain a drug patch, and I'm gonna monitor since you have 2 possession of marijuana charges.
I'm currently on probation right now also, and they drug tested me and I came out negative. I've been negative. I mean, I'm paying,
Okay,
trying-
hold on. All right, hold on. I wasn't aware of that. Hold on. Ms. Soto, do you have any history on Mr. Perez?
I'm checking right now, Judge. Give me a moment, please.
Mr. Perez, can you assist the court and let me know if it's a felony that you're on a probation, or is it a misdemeanor?
I think it's a felony.
Mr. Alvarez, by chance, do you have that cause number?
Not right offhand, Your Honor.
Okay,
Your Honor, is it for evading arrest, detention with vehicle?
Yes.
Okay, his last drug test, Judge, was done on August 10th of 2021. It was negative.
okay. Then you need to go in for another UA. So I can check you, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
And if he's gonna go in, he needs a letter, doesn't he?
No, Judge, I can speak with his probation officer and have her call him in for a drug test.
All right, that'll be for tomorrow. Okay, Mr. Perez?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Okay, Mr. Alvarez, February 1st, okay?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, February 1st at 9:30. If you need something sooner, let us know.
Very good.
Okay, And if no further business, you both are excused.
Your Honor, I'm not sure what the status of Felisa Rodriguez is. I know she came up.
Okay,
We
so
don't have-
Ms. Rodriguez indicated to her former attorney, Ms. Vasquez, that she had retained your office for legal services on this cause of action.
We don't have a file on her, Judge. We're trying to get a hold of her through the other lawyer. And we'll report back to the court as soon as we find out.
Okay, I'll go ahead and set her for February the 1st at 9:30. And if you are not the attorney or there was some confusion, let us know so we can appoint someone else because Ms. Vasquez has requested to withdraw and I granted it.
Very good, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Okay, Ashley Reyes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, we're gonna do two things. You're gonna do, I'm gonna do an arraignment on you right now. And then I appreciate the patience of Ms. Mariscal as well. And then I'm gonna take you up for some victim testimony of the alleged victim, okay? So first of all, I need to know on CR 21090111-I and CR 21090112-I, is your true and correct name Ashley Joanne Reyes?
I'm technically married, but I'm separated. So by law, my social is Signs.
Okay, so your social security number and your driver's license is Signs?
My driver's license is Reyes, but my social security is Signs.
Okay.
I haven't had enough money to get it divorced.
Okay, well, that might be a moot point, if we end up, once everything goes through, okay? So, but for right now, ma'am, that is your true and correct name, Ashley Joanne Reyes.
That's what I go by, yes.
All right. And you're being charged with assault causing bodily injury on a family member, a Class A misdemeanor, and resisting arrest, search, or transport, also a Class A misdemeanor. That carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment that you can receive for the offenses of which you are charged, ma'am?
Yes, Your Honor.
And has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, Your Honor.
Ms. Mariscal, do you find her to be competent?
Yes, Your Honor, she is competent and able to assist.
Okay, the court will make a finding that Ms. Reyes is competent, able to assist her attorney in her own defense, and will further enter a plea of not guilty on each of those offenses. And I'll take you up in just one moment, okay? Please be on standby, Ms. Reyes.
Judge, stay respectfully request no harmful contact with victim Melissa Cruz.
Well, Melissa Cruz is sitting next to her, and that's the victim testimony that we're going to take at the end of this docket.
I understand, Judge, just that, the case might take some time to actually get disposed of just in the meantime, but we'll defer to the court.
Okay. All right, so Belinda Gonzalez Ruiz on CR 206146-I, is that your true and correct name?
Your Honor.
I'm sorry, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and ma'am, you're being charged with assault causing bodily injury on a family member, a Class A misdemeanor. And that carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, Your Honor.
Has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
And counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find her to be mentally competent and able to assist you in her own defense?
Judge, she's competent. At this time, we are reading in the complaint and enter a plea of not guilty.
All right. So do you need something sooner than February 1st? Because that's,
No, Judge, we can take the February date. We're probably going to collect a couple of things for the DA's office, and I have a feeling this may be an ADR based on my conversation with Ms. Reese, but I don't want to jump the gun, and I know that we've got some time.
okay. So that'll be February 1st at 9:30, Ms. Ruiz. And I believe the state has an announcement on this case.
Yes, ma'am. State respectfully request no harmful contact with victim Hector Cruz.
Just for Ms. Reese's understanding, Judge, just for Ms. Reese's understanding, that just means that she is not to assault him anymore, but
Correct.
other than that, yeah.
And I'm sorry, the name was what?
Hector Ruiz.
Okay.
It's her husband, Judge.
All right. Okay, if nothing further, I know, Mr. Martinez, you have a plea, but if Ms. Ruiz has nothing else, she is excused.
Judge, I don't think I have a plea. I thought this was I think this was the only thing I had on your docket this afternoon.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe I jumped the gun because usually you have several things.
I had 2 this morning,
Okay,
3 for the day.
and you're done. And that's
I'm
it.
done. All right.
Okay.
Thank y'all.
All right, y'all have a good one.
Honor. Have a good day.
Okay, on CR 205012-I, David Saldivar.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am, it is.
And sir, you're being charged with display of fictitious motor vehicle registration, a Class B misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. And do you understand that range of punishment, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Why wasn't that just a ticket? Is that just because he had some plates on his vehicle? We used to handle that as a citation.
As far as
No,
I
not
know,
you.
also,
It's,
ma'am,
no, Mr. Saliva, it's okay. Not for you to answer. I'm asking the state. I'm just curious. Well, I guess that's
Sorry.
for Ms. Martinez so she can look into.
I was on mute, Judge, but I believe it's just a separate offense whenever I think you display different information. It's not like not having a valid license. I think it's actually displaying something else.
Well, it's usually like when they put those paper plates on and they're fake.
Right.
So, but we used to give citations for those. So I don't know. I'm just curious. But I mean, I'm not gonna, it's not like I'm gonna take the plea today, but that's something for you all to discuss, okay? Just remember, I was a municipal court judge first. So my mind on those things tends to think that way. And sometimes you all, like some things come before me and I'm just kind of like, really? Okay. I'm not gonna lie, okay? So
I mean, the laws change so much with every session and you know.
yeah. Well,
Case
this
law,
was,
yeah.
this was pre this session, so I mean, but
Right,
anyway,
right.
all
Yes,
right. So Ms. Martinez, do you find your client to be competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Yes, Your Honor, I do.
All right, then I find Mr. Sandivad is competent, able to assist his attorney in his own defense and further enters a plea of not guilty on his behalf. Okay, I'm gonna give you that February 1st setting only because I'm stacked, but if you need to come in sooner, let us know if you work it out.
Okay, sounds good. Thank you, Judge. May we be excused?
Yes, that'll be at 9:30, Mr. Sandivad, okay?
9:30.
Yes.
Thank you.
And I'm sorry, Judge, can I get a contact number for the state so that I can email and get a recommendation?
Sure, Mr. Sosa, do you want to put your email address on the record, please?
Yes, ma'am. So it's gonna be my name, Eduardo, EDUARDO, period, Sosa, SOSA, at da.co.hidalgo.tx.us.
Sounds good. I'll email. Thank you so much.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you, Judge.
Okay. Sorry, it's because we have some in-person rowdy attorneys in here. So. All right. Okay, next we have Monica Silva. Ms. Silva, can you hear me?
Yes.
In CR 205506-I, State of Texas versus Monica Silva, is that your true and correct name?
Yes.
All right. And you're being charged with failure to identify a fugitive or intent to give false information. It's a Class A misdemeanor. That means,
yeah.
okay, a Class A misdemeanor carries a range of punishment of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive, ma'am, for the offense of which you are charged? Do you
A
understand?
little louder, Ms. Seal.
Oh, yes, Your Honor.
Thank you. Ma'am, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No.
Okay, and Mr. Osuna, in speaking to your client, do you find her to be mentally competent and able to assist you in her own defense?
Ms. Silva's competent, Your Honor.
All right, then the court will make a finding that Ms. Silva is competent, able to assist her attorney in her own defense, and issue and pronounce enter a plea of not guilty on her behalf. All right, Mr. Osuna, it's that February date, February 1st at 9:30. Unless you need something sooner, let us know. Okay, so is she PTD eligible?
Yes, Your Honor, but the state has generously offered alternative ADR. I've run the terms by Ms. Silva. We've gotten her started. We're hopeful that we can complete the terms by that February 1st setting and hope maybe it'll get dismissed administratively.
Perfect. All right, good luck to you, Ms. Silva.
No, thank you.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda, Gabriel Wall, he's gonna need the services of your interpreter services.
Yes, ma'am.
Kind of get tongue tied by the end of the docket, okay? And CR 20-05551-I, State of Texas versus Gabriel Wall. Is that your true and correct name?
En el estado de Texas en contra Gabriel Wall, ¿ese es su nombre correcto y verdadero?
Sí, señora.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir, you're being charged with assault causing bodily injury in a family member, a Class A misdemeanor. That carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment for the offense of which you are being charged with, sir?
Mr. Wall, está usted frente a esta corte con un cargo de un daño criminal, de un asalto causando lesiones corporales a un miembro de familia, un delito menor clase, con una ofensa menor clase A. Una ofensa menor clase A tiene una multa potencial de hasta 1 año en la cárcel del condado de Hidalgo y hasta una multa de $4,000 por convicción. ¿Entiende usted el rango de castigo que puede recibir por el delito que está acusado?
Sí, señora.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
¿Alguna corte lo ha declarado alguna vez mentalmente incompetente, loco o demente?
No.
No.
And counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
He is competent. He's been able to assist, Your Honor.
Okay, the court will make a finding that Mr. Wall is competent and able to assist his attorney in his own defense and further enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf. And I believe the state has an announcement on this.
Yes, Judge, state respectfully requests no harmful contact with victim Maribel Wall.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda, can you please translate that it's no harmful contact on Maribel Wall? In other words, no assault.
Mr. Wall, el Estado está ordenando que esté sin contacto del niño contra Maribel Wall.
Perdón, no le escuché muy bien. ¿Cómo dijo?
Que no haya contacto del niño contra Maribel Wall.
No, no hay.
Okay, tell him to keep it that way.
Que se mantenga así.
Ok, claro.
Okay, so Mr. Ramos, I have that February 1st at 9:30, and if you need anything sooner, let us know.
Judge, prior to today's hearing, we received an offer which included a potential dismissal. And is this causing feedback, Your Honor? Should I? Okay. That the defendant was going to take a anger management course, that we're going to affidavit of non-prosecution as well as victim testimony. We were anticipating she'd be present today. I don't see her on the screen, Judge.
I'm here.
Her name is Maribel Wall.
I am here.
Oh, she is there. Okay. So I'm not sure if the state wanted to elicit some testimony from her now that she's on. We did supply or produce the certificate of completion for the anger management to the state.
Judge, I'm not sure as to our position. I don't remember whether we were accepting the AMP, but I haven't understood that we are now accepting AMPs for all cases, whether, we choose to use them is a different matter. So I can go ahead and take that testimony and we can see how to proceed on the case.
Okay, Ms. Castaneda, can you please let Mr. Wall know to be on standby? I'll take that testimony as soon as we finish with Ms. Reyes.
Perfect. Thank you, Judge. Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Watt, manténganse ahí, por ahorita vamos a seguir con su caso.
Ok.
Okay. And Ruben Velasco?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, sir. CR 20-08781-I, State of Texas versus Ruben Muniz Velasco. Is that your true and correct name?
Ruben Velasco, yes. Muniz is last name.
Okay. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying Muniz is my mother's last name.
Okay, sir, you're being charged with driving while intoxicated, second a class A misdemeanor. It carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand the range of punishment that you can receive for the offense of which you're being charged, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No.
And counselor, in speaking with your client, do you find him to be mentally competent and able to assist you in his own defense?
Mr. Velasco is competent, Your Honor, and has been able to assist.
Okay, then I'll enter a plea of not guilty on his behalf and further find that he is competent and able to assist in his own defense.
And this is a plea, Your Honor.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
a plea. Okay. Sorry. All right. No, you're gonna have to plead guilty. Sorry. All right. Sorry, I got ahead of myself. Okay, so then now we're down to the pleas. Thank you for that. And I'm gonna go back to Ms. Reyes so that we can take her victim testimony, Mr. Wall's testimony, and then Mr. Munoz. Is Mr. Lopez ready for his plea, or were you gonna need more time?
No, Judge, Mr. Lopez should be ready for the plea, Judge. And I know earlier you had called Giovanni Guerra case, Your Honor, that was set for arraignment, but I just wanted to advise the court that we had tried to make contact with him. We were unsuccessful. We did send him a letter as well, reminding him about the hearing today, Judge. So.
Okay, do you want some additional time to try to contact him, or do you feel that he has received sufficient notice?
Well, Judge, I could attempt again with the information that was provided to us by an indigent defense to see if I can get some sort of a response, either by receiving another letter or maybe trying to make contact or somebody answering the number that's listed.
Okay, I'll give him until December the 2nd at 1:30. Okay, so now let me go back, Ms. Mariscal. Thank you for your patience. Let me go back to Ms. Reyes. Ms. Reyes, will you please raise your right hand? Do you swear that the testimony, I'm sorry, it's not you, it's Ms. Cruz.
Oh,
Okay, Ms. Cruz, will you please raise your right hand?
oh, sorry, I dropped the phone.
Yes.
It's okay. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
All right, and Mr. Sosa, you may proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. Good afternoon, Ms. Cruz. My name is Eduardo Sosa. I represent the state. Can you please state your full name for the record?
Yes, my full name is Melissa Ann Cruz.
And what is your relationship with the defendant? Ms. Cruz, you can put your hand down.
Oh, sorry. Girlfriend relationship.
Okay. And how long have you two been together?
3.5 years.
If you can just let Miss Reyes, it's fine. It's okay.
Yeah, it's
if you-
3.5 years already.
Okay, well, congratulations. Do you guys live in the same house?
Yes, we have both of our names on the lease.
Okay. And can you tell me a little bit about what happened on July 5th, 2021?
On July 20, okay, yes. Well, what happened was, we just had a little disagreement, and she didn't physically hurt me or touch me. We didn't exchange physical action towards each other. I was gonna leave for the day, just let things cool down, and I forgot my wallet, so I came back to get my bag and my wallet. But when I unlocked the door and I opened it, I had put my hand like this to just kind of swing the door open. And Ashley didn't know. I later found out after the protection thing was over. She told me she was like she didn't know, and which I know, like she didn't, like if she would have like physically hurt me, she would have already done it. And this was just simply the door. Like I had like a little scratch, and it didn't need medical attention. It was the officer who noticed. And I didn't even like tell him about it because I wasn't in pain. I didn't even know.
Okay. Were there any violent acts involved at all?
No, not at all. Just no physicalness towards each other, against each other, to each other.
Okay. Thank you. Is there any history of violence between you two?
Back, yeah, like within maybe like the first half of a year we were dating, but we haven't had those escalations.
And what kind of, what kind of violence, just briefly, did y'all go through?
Objection, Your Honor. I'm not sure what that has to do with the current reason that we're here at this time.
That's fine, Your Honor, strike that. Are you concerned about any future violent acts?
No, sir, no. I feel safe. We've, we communicate. We, we're better now than before.
Have you filled out an affidavit of non-prosecution at the DA's office?
Yes, specifically with Luis.
Okay, did you fill it out of your own free will?
Yes, of course, I by myself, and I filled it out, printed it, and signature and everything, my name.
So does that mean no one promised you anything or threatened you in any way to fill out that affidavit of non-prosecution?
Oh no, I did it because I wanted to, because I was like, I didn't want Miss Reyes to, like, she doesn't have a record, she's never been arrested. So I was just like, she didn't physically hurt me, you know what I mean? So that's why I'm like, I wouldn't want her to go through, all this stuff for, something that was just an accident. I'm 4'11", so I'm tiny. My fingers are tiny. So she didn't know. She did not know.
I understand. Do you wish to drop charges against the defendant?
Yes, yes.
You do understand that by dropping the charges, that this case cannot be reopened again in the future?
Yes, I do. Mhm.
However, you do understand that if another incident were to occur, that you can go ahead and reopen that case and open a new case. I'm sorry.
Okay.
That's all that we have at this time, Your Honor. The state team is the victim. Thank you, Ms. Cruz. I appreciate it.
You're
Okay,
welcome. Thank you.
do you have any questions of Ms. Cruz?
No questions at this time, Your Honor.
Okay, then the court will accept the victim's testimony of Ms. Cruz, and then that leaves Ms. Reyes only to do the anger management course. Is that correct?
I believe she also has 10 hours of community service that needs to be done.
Okay, and Ms. Reyes, are you working right now?
Yes, I'm actually like having, I'm actually supposed to be working right now.
Are you working full time?
Yes, I work for the government for rental assistance.
Okay, well, I'm gonna waive those 10 CSR hours. So the only thing you have left is the anger management course. So do you have the information on how to take it and where to take it?
Yes, my lawyer, Miss Ashley, has been very helpful.
Okay, you need to get that done as soon as possible because that'll be the only thing in between you and getting this thing dismissed, okay?
Okay, thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Okay, so I'm still gonna have to set up for a status hearing, Miss Mariscal, later on down the line, just to make sure that she's already completed the anger management course.
Yes, Your Honor.
And so I'm still gonna set it for February the 1st at 9:30. It doesn't mean, Ms. Reyes, take from now until February 1st to do it, okay? So you need to do it as soon as possible. And if it's necessary for the appearance to be made, let us know, Ms. Mariscal, and we need to appoint somebody else.
Yes, Your Honor, then I'll get back to you on that.
Okay. All right. And so what are we doing on the resisting arrest, search, or transport? Are those two being taken care of together, or are you all doing that separately?
No, I believe that's just the anger management that'll be missing. I think that was the one that was the 10 hours community service. So if Your Honor was willing to waive those, then all that's left is anger management.
Okay, so then that's gonna take care of both her misdemeanors then.
Correct.
Okay. And is that your understanding, Mr. Sosa?
I'm sorry, Judge, I was on mute. Just 1 second. I just need to take a look at my notes. That's correct, Judge. That's the recommendation by our previous AD.
All right, so then we'll do February 1st at 9:30, and then it'll take care of both of these. So let's make sure that you get that done as soon as possible, Ms. Reyes.
Okay, I will. Thank you so
Okay,
much.
you're excused.
Okay, thank
Your
you.
Honor.
Have a great day.
Yes, thank you.
Bye.
Bye. All right, on CR 20-055551-I, State of Texas versus Gabriel Wall. Ms. Castaneda, please tell Mr. Wall that we're going to take up the victim testimony of Ms. Maribel Wall.
Mr. Wall, vamos a tomar el testimonio de la señora Wall.
Okay.
Okay, Ms. Wall, do you speak English or Spanish?
Yes. I speak English.
Will you please raise your right hand? You swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God.
Yes.
Okay, and you may proceed. Mr. Sosa?
Good afternoon, Ms. Wald. My name is Eduardo Sosa. I represent the state. Can you please state your full name for the record?
Maribel Guaye,
What is your relationship with the defendant?
my husband,
How long have you two been together?
17 years, married.
Do you both live in the same house?
Yes.
Can you tell me a little bit about what occurred on March 1st, 2020?
Yes, we had a small argument, and since he was angry, I got scared and I had called the cops on him. They came. I didn't press charges on him, but the police did. So I did an affidavit, and I didn't want to proceed or anything.
I understand. Were there any violent acts involved, any physical acts?
Well, yeah, he did touch my arm, so that's why I got scared. I have anxiety, so I overreact. But like I said, I didn't want to proceed with the case or anything.
I understand. I'm sorry, you cut off a little bit. You said he touched what? I'm sorry?
My arm.
Okay, and how did he touch your arm?
I guess it was like pulled.
Okay, so he tugged at it. Were there any other kind of physical acts involved?
No.
Okay, so he didn't hit you, he didn't slap you,
No.
he didn't push you. Okay.
No.
Is there a history of violence in your relationship?
No.
Are you concerned about any future violent acts? Sorry.
No, we've been really good.
Did you fill out, you mentioned that you fill out an affidavit of non-prosecution at the DA's office, correct?
Yes, I did.
And did you fill it out on your own free will?
Yes.
That is to say, nobody promised you or threatened you in any way to get you to fill out that affidavit.
No, on my own.
Do you wish to drop charges at this time against the defendant?
Yes.
You do understand that by dropping charges that this case cannot be reopened again in the future.
Yes, I understand.
However, you understand that if something else were to occur, you can go ahead and open that as a new case.
Yes.
That's all that I have, Your Honor. Thank you, ma'am. The state tenders a witness.
Okay.
I have no questions.
Okay, no questions from defense then. So the court will accept the victim testimony and will allow for this case to be dismissed. And so just submit, he's in the same situation with respect to the Mujeres Unidas anger management course. So, it already completed?
Yes, you did.
Okay. So then we were only lacking the victim testimony in order to do the dismissal?
Correct.
Oh, okay, great. All right, and I apologize, Ms. Castaneda, please tell him that I apologize in mispronouncing his last name. I did not know it was Guaye.
Okay, la corte le pide disculpas en la pronunciación de su apellido. No sabíamos que era Guaye.
The state reiterates the court's expression.
Okay, all right.
Thank you.
So, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just set a tickler for November the 19th to see if all the dismissal documents have been submitted by that time. Okay?
Thank
right.
you.
All right, thank you, ma'am. And Ms. Castaneda, please let Mr. Guaya know that he is dismissed.
Mr. Guaye ya se puede retirar.
Gracias.
Thank you.
Okay, so then the pleas that we're taking up right now, it's just Ruben Velasco and Mr. Lopez, Ivan Lopez.
Yes, Judge, he's here on Zoom also, ready for a plea.
Yes,
Okay.
Your Honor.
Okay, Mr. Velasco, can you turn your camera back on? All right, let me have both of you raise your right hand, and you may have already done it before, but we're gonna do it, make sure that it's right from the beginning, okay? All right, so Mr. Lopez, please raise your right hand also. Oh, I don't see it. Okay. Do you swear that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God? Mr. Lopez, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Velasquez, yes or no? Velasco, I'm sorry, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, please lower your hands. NCR 2103. Well, let me, you know what, before I proceed, do I have the recommendation? Okay, so we're following this. Is he gonna plea on the possession of marijuana of less than 2 ounces? Because I don't have a rec on that. Or is he only pleading on the DWI?
Judge, I think
Miss-
as part of the plea to the DWI, that's gonna be dismissed. I think that,
That's correct, Judge. The POM will be dismissed pursuant to the plea to the DWI on Mr. Lopez. And Mr. Velasco just has the one DWI.
Okay, perfect. All right, then on CR 20-02186-I, State of Texas versus Ivan Maldonado Lopez. Mr. Lopez, is that your true and correct name?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I'm sorry.
It's okay, and you're being charged with driving while intoxicated, a Class B misdemeanor. That carries a potential penalty of up to 6 months in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $2,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Velasco, you have already indicated that that is your true and correct name. Is that correct, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
And then you're being charged with driving while intoxicated, second, a Class A misdemeanor. That carries a potential penalty of up to 1 year in Hidalgo County Jail and up to a $4,000 fine upon conviction. Do you understand that range of punishment that you can receive, sir, for the offense of which you are charged?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Mr. Lopez, has any court ever declared you to be mentally incompetent, crazy, or insane?
No, ma'am.
And Mr. Velasco?
No, ma'am.
And counselors, in speaking with your clients, do you find them to be mentally competent and able to assist you in their own defense, Mr. Munoz
Mr. Lopez is competent, Judge.
and Mr. Osuna?
My client is competent, Your Honor, and has been able to assist.
Okay, so both of you have the right to an attorney and a right to a trial by jury. You can waive one or both of those rights by signing a written document with this court. I'm going to ask you, did you have an opportunity to review those documents with your attorneys, with your respective attorney, before signing it? Mr. Lopez, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Mr. Velasco, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
And did you understand that when you signed that document, you were waiving your right to a trial by jury? Mr. Lopez, yes or no?
Yes.
And Mr. Velasco, yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the court will accept your waiver of a trial by jury. Now, do each of you understand that if the punishment I assess does not exceed what's recommended by the state, you'll need this court's permission if you decide to file an appeal? Yes or no, Mr. Lopez?
Yes.
And Mr. Velasco?
I didn't understand that. What was that again?
If the punishment that I assess does not exceed what's recommended by the state, in other words, like, let's say that I don't want to accept the state's recommendation and I come up with my own sentence, then the courts, then as long as it doesn't exceed it, you'll need this court's permission to file an appeal. Do you
Oh,
understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, and do each of you further understand that I don't have to accept what the state recommends? Do you understand that, Mr. Lopez?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that, Mr. Velasco?
Yes, ma'am.
At this time, I need to ask you if you're a US citizen. Mr. Lopez, are you a US citizen?
No, ma'am.
Okay, and Mr. Velasco, are you a US citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so Mr. Lopez, since you are not a US citizen, then entering a plea or no contest will result in your deportation, exclusion, or admission from our country and denial under US federal law. Do you understand the consequences of your plea today, sir?
Not really. What does that mean?
All right, so I'm gonna give you an opportunity. Mr. Munoz, do you want an opportunity to discuss, since Mr. Lopez is not a US citizen?
Yes, Judge, we had already discussed that, but if the court will, I'll go ahead and discuss it with him again, Judge.
Okay, I don't know if Mr. Lopez wants to seek the advice of an immigration attorney, but I can give you some time.
Judge, is there a way for me to go to like a breakout room or something?
Sure.
I can talk to him, and then I know we already went over the plea documents. So.
Okay, one moment. What is he under? I'm sorry, I didn't see.
It's an iPhone, Judge. He just has it. Yeah, just
Okay. go ahead and accept the invitation and join that breakout room, please.
Thank you, Judge.
Yes. There you go. Okay, so Mr. Velasco, since you are a U.S. citizen, I'm going to continue with you, sir.
All right.
In CR 20-08781-I, State of Texas versus Ruben Muniz Velasco, to the offense of driving while intoxicated, second, a Class A misdemeanor, sir. How do you plead? Guilty or not guilty?
Guilty, ma'am.
And sir, are you pleading guilty freely and voluntarily?
Yes, ma'am.
Then the court will accept your plea as being freely and voluntarily given. So at this time, I'll call for state's evidence.
Yes, Judge. State offers plea documents and offense reports as State's Exhibit 1, notification and certification of defendant's right of appeal as State's Exhibit 2, waiver of Article 39.14 disclosures as State's Exhibit 3, and waiver of risks and needs assessment as State's Exhibit 4. State would request defense counsel stipulate to venue and jurisdiction of this honorable court. Further, state would request defense counsel stipulate to the fact that all evidence which has been e-filed is sufficient to corroborate today's plea.
Okay, any objections, counselor?
No objection, Your Honor. So agreed and stipulate.
There being no objection from defense counsel as to the exhibits are hereby admitted and approved. In CR 20-08781-I in the state of Texas versus Ruben Muniz Velasco, it is the judgment of the court, sir, that you are guilty as charged. What is the state's recommendation?
Yes, Judge. State respectfully recommends a $300 fine plus court costs plus 1 year Talbot County Jail prohibited over 16 months, plus a repeat offender program, plus an interlock device for it would be 8 months, Judge. 72 hours post-conviction in Talbot County Jail, as well as 180 days Texas driver's license suspension, 20 CSRs, and a MAD impact panel.
Okay, counselor, any questions or requests on behalf of your client?
Yes, Your Honor. My client is not currently employed. We would humbly ask if the court would consider waiving the community service hours upon proof of full-time employment. Mr. Velasco is looking for work. Furthermore, Your Honor, this is my first 72-hour case in this court, so I'm not yet aware of what the court's policy is as to whether the court requires the 72 hours in stanter or whether he can complete them throughout the term of his probation. I asked Mr. Velasco to prepare himself to tell the court when he would like to for the court's consideration, but I guess his first choice would be if he could complete them within 30 to 45 days or some other reasonable period. But I'm not sure what the court's policy is on that yet, Your Honor.
Okay, so Mr. Velasco, I'm going to order you to visit with Ms. Trejo, the employment specialist,
Okay.
and to see if you match up with any available jobs that are out there that are under her purview. Also, the CSR hours or the 20 CSR hours or any remaining CSR hours that you may have will only be waived if you work full time. Other than that, you will be responsible for doing them. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am. I was gonna ask, where do I contact her? Miss, what was her name? I forgot.
Ms. Trejo,
Miss Trejo. Where do I contact her?
do you have something to write with?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, Ms. Soto, can you do me a favor and put that number on the record?
Mr. Trejo's phone number is 956 58
Sorry.
6000.
58. What was that again?
It's 587.
587 6000.
Yes.
Okay, Miss Trejo.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay, those 72 hours in the Hidalgo County Jail can be done throughout his probation period.
Yes,
So that'll be up to him when he wants to get that done. And the fines and the court costs, I'm going to reduce his fine to $200. And then I'm going to give him 90 days to pay the fine and 90 days to pay the court costs.
Yes, Your Honor.
And Mr. Velasco, do you have an interlock device right now or a mobile device?
I have the one in the car.
Okay, so I'm going to order that to stay on. Ms. Soto, do you have any reports for him yet?
Judge, he has his interlock with Smart Start and there's no violations.
Okay. All right. And Mr. Velasco, can I get a phone number for you?
Yeah, it is 956-312-7006. 7006.
Okay, well, good luck to you, sir.
All right, thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
A quick question.
Yes.
I was gonna ask about the what I gotta pay. Do I go to the courthouse and pay that?
Okay, Ms. Soto's going to call you as soon as she has an opportunity. We still have docket and she'll explain to you.
Okay, all right, ma'am. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, sir. Good luck.
Am I excused?
You certainly are, sir.
All right, thank you. You have a good one.
Thank you, you too. Okay, Mr. Osuna, anything else?
No, Your Honor, may I be excused, please?
Yes, thank you for your patience.
Thank you very much.
Okay, Mr. Munoz?
Judge, I think I had advised Mr. Lopez to come back. I just told him to push the breakout room. I think he's right there.
Okay.
He did advise me, Judge, that he wanted to consult with an immigration attorney, even though this is not the first time we come before you with a plea. So I would just make his request, I guess, on his behalf, if the court will allow an opportunity to do that.
That's fine. December 16th at 1:30.
Okay.
And all right. Anything else, Mr. Munoz?
Nothing further, Judge. Maybe excuse?
You certainly may. Mr. Lopez,
Thank you.
we'll see you on December 16th at 1:30. Between now and then, please get that advice, sir. Okay, you're on mute.
Sorry, ma'am. May I be excused?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, ma'am.
Okay. All right, we'll start with the in-person. And Mr. Coronado is the only one that's here. So, Mr. Coronado, are you English speaking or Spanish speaking? And unmute yourself, please.
English.
Okay. Let me see. I wonder if that's what I'm doing. Mine? Okay. Can you hear me, Lisa?
Yes, Judge.
Okay, we're gonna try it this way, okay? All right, I'm gonna call CR 2106-292-I, State of Texas versus Leroy Coronado. And Ms. Soto, I believe I requested a report on Mr. Coronado.
Yes, Judge. Mr. Coronado has his mobile device with safety check on October the 30th at 7:55 a.m. He did have an alcohol reading of a 0.071. There was no retest done. I did speak to him yesterday, Judge, and he did admit to drinking the night before.
And was this on an interlock device or on a mobile? I'm sorry, I didn't catch that.
So it's a mobile device, Judge.
Okay. All right. Mr. Coronado, so on October the 26th, you were before me and I had already issued an admonishment to you. So I had told you that that was going to be your chance. And then you went on October 30th and you did drink and you have an alcohol reading of 0.071, sir. So stand up. Take your jacket off. Okay. Deputy, cuff him and take him into custody. Have him wait behind on the bench. Okay, so when did Mr. Coronado get his device? When did he first get it?
He had his device activated on August the 25th of 2021.
Okay, August 25th of 2021. From that date to today, Ms. Soto, can you please outline the violations that he has if you have them? I know I only requested the last month, so.
The report I have, Judge, when he was admonished his last hearing, he had 7 late tests and 16 missed tests. From the last hearing to today, Judge, he had, I'm sorry, to the first, he had that alcohol fail on October the 30th.
Mr. Coronado, are you working?
Sorry, no.
Ms. Soto, do you have the notes stating that I had ordered him to speak to Ms. Trejo in the Employment Specialist Department? No?
I don't have those notes, no, Judge.
Okay, I don't think I did.
He was previously working, Judge, until recently.
Okay. Okay, did we have anybody else show up back there? Mr. Damian? Okay, let's review the docket. Okay, number 45, that's the first one. Did anybody call in on CR 21-08367-I, State of Texas versus Nicolas Ibarra? Okay, waivers filed. On number 47, CR 21-11682-I, State of Texas versus Jose Daniel Gutierrez. Okay, does the state have any announcement on this?
Yes, Judge, state respectfully requests no harmful contact with victim.
Well, I don't have anybody here. What I'm asking is there's some notes on it saying that the victim wanted to drop charges. So I need to know, did you all talk to them or there, I don't know, did an attorney get appointed to them? Okay, so this person doesn't have an attorney. I'm not even sure if they received notice of today's hearing. So did the person go in?
Well, Judge, this is a unique case because the defendant's actually in Mexico. He's been deported, according to the victim. So I did speak to the victim and she doesn't want to drop charges. She claims there's no medical damages, no history of violence, and that this was an isolated incident. However, because there was some blood in pictures or in the report, I'm not sure where I saw it. But we are just requesting an anger management by Mujeres Unidas as part of the alternative dispute resolution.
Okay. Okay, well, I don't know. I mean, how are we going to, if I don't have the defendant here or appearing, and I don't believe they've had an attorney appointed to them, so can you double check for me, Mr. Zara? Okay, who's the next person on the wheel? Okay. Mr. Ramos, can you assist the court on this case, please? On this case, I'm going to appoint you so you can assist the court. Oh, you're not? Okay, we were not, okay. Okay. Because from here, I was going to send you over there to talk to them. I was trying to kill two birds with one stone. Oh, okay. 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 We'll go ahead and get an attorney appointed to him. And it'll be Mr. Munoz. And I guess I'll give them an opportunity. So we'll go ahead and reset them till December the 16th at 1:30, and let's see what happens between now and then. Okay. December 16th at 1:30. Okay, so then the only nice eye at this point is Ms. Montevalles' client, Jacqueline Renee Herrera. I think that's the only one, is that correct? Okay. Mr. Damian, do you want to call out that name 3 times? And if you do not mind, sir, call it out 3 times out there because it's in person that she was ordered to be here. Thank you.
Jacqueline Renee Herrera. Jacqueline Renee Herrera. Jacqueline Renee Herrera.
Okay, there being no response from Jacqueline Rene Herrera, what does the state say of this no-show defendant?
Yes, Judge, state requests that a judgment night side be granted, a capias issued, and all bonds forfeited for this no-show defendant.
Okay, that'll be granted. Mr. Ramos, at this time, I'll honor your request to recall your client and give him an opportunity to see what he wants to say. I'll call CR 21-06292-I. Mr. Coronado, please come up to the front. Okay, go ahead and unmute him, please. Okay, Mr. Coronado, what concerns me about you is that 4 days after I had given you the admonishment, you chose to ignore that admonishment and you chose to still violate your bond conditions, and that's very concerning to me. I know that you're young. I'm not sure what's going on, but I'm sure you do not like the way that you feel right now. And I don't want you to be in this situation. You're too young for this. I'm going to order you to meet with Ms. Trejo, the employment specialist, to try to assist you to get a job and get up on your feet. I'm going to order you to make a donation in the amount of $200 to the Rainbow Room. I'm going to give you a little bit more time than I normally do because you do not have a job. So I'm going to give you until December. He has a setting on the 2nd? Okay, I'll give you until December the 2nd to give that donation to the Rainbow Room. And I need for you, Mr. Coronado, to please put your phone number on the record.
956-624-4917.
You need to get in touch with Ms. Soto, and Ms. Soto will, if you don't, then she'll attempt to contact you and give you that information for the donation to the Rainbow Room by December the 2nd. And I'm going to tell you, sir, this is your last opportunity. Next time it's going to be from here downstairs and to county. Do you understand that?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.